to you. Let's go straight into our chat this evening. Very senior member of the NCPRI, Shekhar Singh, is back with us. Okay, Anna Hazare also, Sanjay Kaul, said that it is time for the BJP to stop hiding. It is time for the BJP to come out with a firm position. Don't you agree?
No, if you go back to the genesis of this whole thing, you will remember that we had argued, in fact, I remember it was on your show, that the government had refused to basically engage with the opposition at that point of time. It is in spite of that and outside of that, that spiritually the BJP has tended to support the movement in its entirety, with a few caveats about the specifics of the content of the bill. And I do understand that yesterday there were some statements made by some team members trying to goad the party into making a clearer stand, but I think the stand is clear. The stand was that it was forcing the government to action. The stand is clear. It wanted Anna Hazare to end his fast. It wanted the government to withdraw the bill. It wanted the government to consider different viewpoints, and it has always maintained, and in fact, if you remember, started the campaign against corruption. So I think the BJP has been clear all along. It's just a lot of impatience and maybe a lot of insecurity and pressure building up yesterday that created those circumstances. But I think the BJP has been clear, as have been all opposition parties, to be fair.
No, I'm not. See if he does. Should we celebrate, or is it too early? Sanjay, yes,
I just wanted to, I think yes, celebration is in order and all that is very well. But reacting to what the gentleman last said about Dr. Manmohan saying and honesty and coming out and talking to people, well, I think it's when we basically stop being discreet or being able to basically differentiate is when we make the biggest blunders. To start suggesting that Dr. Manmohan Singh now is the beacon of hope for a campaign which he blocked from day one, which he refused to let happen, that his government basically opposed, not just opposed, imprisoned, tried everything, not just on this person, Baba Ramdev and his followers, and earlier, for a party that is repeatedly been in the news for some of the biggest scams we've seen in history, for somebody who presides over all that, and then to be given a clean chit is not going to be very good for anybody. If there is something to celebrate, it is to celebrate this, that the people of India are trying to say something to the political establishment. The problem is the political establishment wants to read it differently. It wants to quibble about 2 points on a charter. Where the message really is that we are sick of the double dealing that we see all the time.
No, the political establishment is scared.
I'm afraid.
The political establishment is scared.
Political parties that have to come together. Now you will be misreading. You will be misreading the message. The fact is that I remember that in April, we had 1 lakh people at the Ramlila Maidan, and I was there, and it was the BJP trying to basically bring attention to the corruption that we have been seeing ever since this government of the UPA 2. You have to understand that these are all parts of the same process. The dominoes, if you remember, that you spoke about, these are the dominoes that make up the system. Don't try to throw the political challenges out just because you got civil society darlings right now. Everybody counts. Every drop counts. Everything.
Very, very briefly, last person, last question. This is an invigorating chat, but I have to wrap up. Last question to Sanjay Kaul. Sanjay Kaul, can political parties say no after this? After all of this, can the BJP say no, I don't agree with you on 2 points? Congress says no, I don't agree with you on any of the points. Sibbal didn't agree, Chidambaram didn't agree, neither do we as a party. Can they afford to do that without political consequences?
No, I think if that is the way the question is going to be put, then I think that would be the sad day for democracy. So I insist that the point that Prasoon raised about consultation, people in the process, that is exactly what happens in the parliament. So if you're really interested in watch the Lok Sabha proceedings and Rajya Sabha, see the debates. And as far as pre-legislative consultation is concerned, let's not leave it to advertisements and in a country where 50% people don't know how to read, don't get papers. Let's talk about systems within civic and local governance that enshrine those interactions and those consultations.
Sanjay,
if you really want to take the benefits and the advantages of what happened today,
Sanjay, Sanjay, you have a good point, but one thing.
Reform on the one hand.
One thing, Sanjay, one thing. For a very long time in this country, many people have said, you want to ask the opinion of the people? 50% of the people in this country are illiterate. Well, what the people in this country have shown today is that they're extremely aware, they are vocal, they are articulate, and they are becoming increasingly assertive. You cannot brush them aside.